through these civil rights once and never again. Do you understand? Yes, sir.
Right. Recruits are processed and assigned to their platoons.
Put it up! Yes, ma'am! I know you were told us to come with your hair down! Put it up in a bun. I'm out!
After graduation, Marines commit to a minimum of 4 years of service.
Street Master! Aye, sir!
Upon entering the Corps, an entry-level private will earn around $20,000 a year.
Sit down. Yes, sir.
Recruits are required to make a phone call
Aye, sir.
to a family member or their recruiter to let them know they've arrived.
This is Recruit Hatcher. I've arrived safely at Paris Island. Please do not send any food or bulky items.
They're only allowed to read the script printed for them inside the phone bank.
I will contact you in 7 to 9 days by letter with my new address. Thank you for your support. Goodbye for now.
Get in the class. Aye, sir.
Recruits are given 3 chances to get someone on the line.
Sir, my recruit is not answering, sir.
Call him again.
Not every recruit is able to make a connection.
If there is no answer, hang it up and close it.
Aye, sir.
But they won't have long to dwell on it. The Marine Corps Recruit Depot in Paris Island sits on 8,000 acres of the South Carolina Low Country. It's one of 2 enlisted recruit depots in the United States. The other is in San Diego, where only male recruits are trained. Around 20,000 recruits graduate from Paris Island every year before joining the more than 180,000 Marines actively serving today.
We take young men and women from all walks of life, all cultures. Maybe they were rich, maybe they were poor. They've got different religious backgrounds. They are the melting pot of America. And they come here with one common goal, and that's to be a United States Marine.
Paris Island, South Carolina. Here, everyday Americans become Marines, the toughest fighting men in the world.
Male recruits have been trained at Paris Island since 1915. Female recruits began to train there in 1949. Today, females comprise under 25% of recruits at Paris Island. And approximately 8% of the United States Marine Corps, the lowest percentage of any United States military branch. A recruit's day begins before the sun comes up. Their typical wake-up call is 0400 or 4 a.m.
Let's go!
Recruits endure an intense series of physical challenges.
4-3. Am I hearing that right? 4-3.
Yes, sir.
Fail.
Some recruits arrive in better shape than others.
Some never did anything more than sit on a couch, as a couch potato. And some may have been collegiate athletes. So there's a vast spread of what their athletic fitness and ability is.
Aye, sir.
Much of their training happens here, in Leatherneck Square, where a series of intimidating obstacles comprise the confidence course.
I'm tired of watching you freaking fail. You failed this event. Nope, just grab your canteens and go. You failed this event.
May this have one more try, sir.
What did I just say?
Aye, sir.
What did I just say?
Aye, sir.
Go!
Aye, sir. Aye, sir. Good morning, sir.
The training program is progressive in nature. It starts out in a crawl, walk, run approach throughout training. 99.9% of those that get here and complete all those requirements at the end of training, regardless of how they started.
Hey, son, just
Slippy, please. Please help. I don't want to do this. I don't. No, I'm not. Please.
Good Lord, son.
Any recruit with a fear of heights gets the chance to conquer that fear, courtesy of this 47-foot-tall tower. Recruits must rappel down using 2 different methods.
For me, the rappel tower was hard because I sort of had a fear of heights.
Grab below my right hand with your right hand.
You have to trust the rope. So there's nothing to be worried about. You'll be safe all the time.
Can you please help me?
I'm trying to help you, son.
I don't want to go down.
Recruits with a phobia of heights have little choice but to face their fear. One of the most dreaded parts of training is the gas chamber. Where recruits are exposed to CS gas, more commonly known as tear gas. Once the recruits enter the chamber, they break the seals of their gas masks.
You go in, you feel it, instantly hit your skin, you just feel burning.
Say something to me now!
Feels like those few minutes felt like an hour.
After around 5 minutes, the recruits are free. But the pain endures.
Definitely, you thank God for fresh air. It's really nice to be able to breathe in and not feel an instant burning sensation.
Gas chamber is important because it builds confidence. Confidence in the gear, confidence in the drill instructors, and then confidence in themselves.
Now, start walking!
Recruits are trained in different styles of hand-to-hand combat.
First thing we want to see is that straight thrust, you understand? Yes, sir. Or that bust push, come on, sir. Yes, sir.
A key aspect of their martial arts training is fighting with bugle sticks.
You killed that opponent unit!
The bugle stick techniques are intended to mirror those used in combat while using a bayonet.
Here in the Marine Corps, we have a kind of a little ditty that means red is dead. So that red side is supposed to emulate the actual knife portion of the actual bayonet mounted on the weapon. So anything that you strike with that red tip, 9 times out of 10 are either going to be incapacitated or laid to rest. Honestly, it gives them an opportunity to blow off a little steam. They have a lot of pent-up aggression, especially towards maybe their drill instructors. They're out there, they're actually doing what they feel like they signed up to do, which is learn how to combat the enemy.
Recruits also practice with actual bayonets. And engage in other types of hand-to-hand combat.
Grab the muscle!
Although male and female recruits do intersect during training, platoons are separated by gender. And although the recruit depot has experimented with integration before, the Marine Corps is the only military branch that separates male and female recruits during basic training.
Yes, sir!
Ready, one.
According to the Corps, every Marine is first and foremost a rifleman. Recruits spend the bulk of 2 weeks devoted to marksmanship, the first of which sees few shots actually fired.
First off is the fundamentals. They have to understand how to aim. They have to understand exactly how to breathe when they're taking that shot. They have to understand exactly how to squeeze the trigger and how to have follow-through and recovery with a rifle.
Combat operations is the foundation for every single Marine, regardless of what your occupation is. What it is to sit behind a rifle, look down that barrel, and be able to put lead on target.
You are going to swim until you pass that ladder!
The Marine Corps is defined as an amphibious warfare force. Therefore, swimming plays a key role in training.
Did you see another recruit up there, and there's more than 5? You're going away! You're making me lose my mind!
During Swim Week, recruits go through numerous exercises in the pool while wearing their camouflage uniforms. But training at Parris Island isn't all physical. Recruits also spend long hours in the classroom. But what may seem like downtime can end at any moment. When a drill instructor decides to order an impromptu cardio session at Paris Island, it's what's known as getting slayed.
It's an experience. You realize the thing you've done to get in a sand pit, and then you realize, okay, that hurt, so let's not do that again.
Physically it hurts, but me personally, I never worried about the pain I was feeling in my body. It was more thinking about the mistake I made and how I need to correct it the next time.
So there's going to be some chaos, because when they come here, we want to tear them down a little bit, and then we want to bring them back up into the mold of what it is to be a United States Marine.
Recruit training culminates in an event known as the Crucible. Over the course of 54 hours, with minimal sleep and food, recruits must endure realistic combat scenarios. The sounds of gunfire and shelling are played over loudspeakers mounted in the training area. Recruits are forced to work together to overcome obstacles and achieve objectives that require problem solving and strategy.
You gotta start all over.
This is what we saw on the second day. The recruits had become exhausted and irritable.
Catch us ready! Ready! Jump it! Jump away!
Just jump. Jump. You're not even jumping.
Aye, sir.
You're just falling down.
Aye, sir. Aye, sir.
You know, you go through a really rough time. You start thinking, man, like, it's hot, I'm thirsty, my arms haven't felt this bad in my whole life.
We're halfway there, come on.
You just keep looking at the person to the left and right, and you're like, well, he's doing it, I gotta keep going. Like, I'm not gonna let him do it on his own.
Come on.
So there's no reason not to push.
Once the Crucible is complete, these recruits officially become Marines. The day before graduation, friends and family see their new Marines for the first time in more than 3 months.
Families that come down for graduation day that haven't seen their son or daughter in about 3 months immediately notice not only a physical but an intangible difference. When they walk across that parade deck on train day 70 and they graduate, they're no longer recruits, they're Marines.
Okay, you can clap for them. That's all right. That's good. That should give you an idea about the discipline people and institutions put into making people into something. So just to be a U.S. Marine, that is what you go through. You see the last lap for 50-something hours, no sleep, through tiring lapses. So I want this mentality to come into you. You must be ready to put yourself through discipline, because that is the only way you can be made. Is that okay? So some of these trainings, when you see training, when you see where you are subjected, you are given deadlines and the sort of things, you have to willingly subject yourself. That's how you become the 20%. The 20% go through discipline. The 80%, they don't go through, they live a normal life. And I pray that you are living here with a new mentality. At times, you have to stay in the night to study. You have to stay in the night to catch up with deadlines. You have to go to bed 3 a.m. and wake up 5 a.m. Is that okay? That is very, very important. Okay? All right. God bless you. Are you ready to go through training and to go through some discipline? Because you want to become. You will become a Marine in the hand of God. Amen. All right. We are so excited today. We are privileged. Our fourth faculty is here for the Change Agents Development Initiative. And I am excited to have him because he's a very busy man. And we are happy to have him because he was on a work assignment in Northern Volta, Cratchy area. He had to cut it and tell the people to leave so that he can run and be here. He came, our schedules were not, he came and waited for us, had to go and come, and we are very thankful for that. He's very passionate about youth and imparting the youth and people. When we chatted, he told me, I am a lawyer, I'm a state attorney, but my ministry is to minister to people to understand the law and know what to do. And I think that's a very powerful ministry. And today, we are happy to have him. Interestingly, we know Paul, or the apostle, was a lawyer. He was entrenched in the Jewish law, and we are happy to have him. He is a wonderful, he's like a family to us. He's a wonderful person, one of the rising stars in the legal space in Ghana. He was called to the bar, practiced for some time. Within a short time that he started practicing, I don't know, I just saw him started practicing, and then he was appointed as a state attorney. And I'm very much suspecting that it won't be long, they will be promoting him to a senior attorney or something. I very much suspect that happening. Okay? And he's married. He's my unnatural, is it brother-in-law or something? Because he's married to my daughter. And a very wonderful, he's been very helpful to us as a church. Ladies and gentlemen, I won't say much, but a very rare gift and a great person. Let's receive State Attorney Mr. Andrews Adugu Esquire.
Thank you very much. Shall we please have our seats? Thank you very much for those nice words. Please pardon me, we are talking about relationship and marriage, right? Relationship and marriage. Somebody say love. Somebody say love. Love. Odo. Odo. Thank you very much. So I just want to say a very big thank you to Pastor Joy, who was the one who officiated our customary marriage. So I want to bless the name of God for the work that he's doing. And my wife came from here. My wife came from here. So we're talking relationships, marriage, and the law. Relationship, marriage, and the law. Change agent Margaret, please kindly rise. Change agent Margaret, kindly rise. Change agent Mulin, please kindly rise. Change agent Setuchinam. I hope I got the name right. You're all wondering how I got the names, right? Right? Oh, I see. Change agent Innocentia, please rise. So I'm going to ask you one thing. Would you love to be in a love relationship? Listen to my question very well. Would you love to be in a love relationship?
Yes, please.
You would love to be in a love relationship? Okay, please, kindly sit. Would you love to be in a love relationship?
Yes, please.
All right, let's get the mic to them. Would you love to be in a love relationship?
Yes, please.
Are you ready for a love relationship? You are not ready. love is good. God ordained love. Are we okay? As we grow, we'll get to a point where we will fall in love. Now, what you need to understand is that the kind of love I am talking about is love between a man and a woman. Okay? Please, and a very big please. Do not believe in anything. Somebody say, I am queer, LGBT, WQ. Don't get it twisted. Okay? Don't get it twisted. It does not mean that you will not have that kind of love or care for a sister or a brother. You are likely to have it. But as much as possible, do not let anybody let you think that because you are having bad relationship or because you are unable to sustain a relationship with the opposite sex, then you should go with same sex. It's a big fallacy, a lie. Somebody say a lie. A lie. Don't be deceived. God made what? Man and what? Woman. Adam and what? Eve. Okay? Good. So a relationship is governed by simple rules and what? Regulations. Number one. Whatever relationship God desires of us as his children is a relationship based on trust. A relationship based on what? Truth. And a relationship which seeks to broaden the friendship. So, all these things that you engage in, there's a requirement of the law. The law is that once you start having that kind of relationship, there are certain things you are required to do. Immediately you have that kind of relationship, boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, domestic violence law sets in. Domestic what? Violence law sets in. And please, and a very big please, if you are not married, don't behave like married people. Okay? Okay? The rights and responsibilities of married people are totally different when you are not married. Stay in your lane. No fliama. Are we okay? Are we okay? And one of the things I want to encourage you with, I can only share with you what personally I've experienced. I have never ever raised my hand on my wife, and I would never do so because she is what? Bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. She is made in the image of God as I am made in the image of God. She is not an animal. I would be an animal if I beat her. I'll be an animal if I hit her. She would be an animal if she hit me. Never ever be tempted to hit another human being. Already, that is a criminal offense. Assault, battery. The law has set in. That is criminal law. Are we okay? No matter how angry you are in a relationship, in marriage, do not, never ever, my daughter will say, never again hit your spouse or whoever you are in a relationship with your partner. Never. Don't be deceived. Because when you enter that kind of relationship, it is a red flag. Red, go, green. Ghana flag. And the black star in it. Okay? And the state will come for you if you begin to what? Abuse. We are talking about relationship, marriage, and the law. We get the point. Let your relationship, whatever relationship you build, be based on truth. Thou shalt not lie. So don't lie to anybody. If you go and wear makeup, you go and do things to entice somebody to come for you. You come with what? A product that is not real. The product is what? Fake. You will be found out. Are we okay? No counterfeit. Are we okay? No counterfeit. And you see, in this life, God made what? Man and what? Woman. He said everybody should have his what? Own. Everybody should have his what? Own. He didn't say owns. Don't be greedy. For God so loved the world. That's why he gave his only begotten son. That's why you should have only begotten girlfriend. Only begotten what? Boyfriend. Clap for somebody. And now clap for yourself. The initial was for clapping for somebody. Now clap for yourself. Are we okay? Look, gentlemen, let me tell you. Sometimes you want to enter into this relationship and you realize that you have seen Amma. Amma is so nice. Then you turn your head, you see a few, you say, hey, God. Oh. You will see Amma is nice. You want to be in a relationship with Amma. You turn your head, you see Afi, you say, Charlie, Afi too deal. You see, every product, terms and conditions what apply. When you pick it, you go with all the terms and conditions, all the weaknesses, all the strength. You can never have everything in one woman. You can have everything in one man. Choose your choice and stay with the choice. Are we okay? And every decision you make for a relationship, you should have marriage at the back of your mind. You shouldn't go into a relationship for fun. Please, if you want fun, go to Tilly's Children's Park, Fun Park. Don't play with people's hearts. We will charge you under the law for deceit. Hello? Hello? Am I talking to somebody? You see, don't be in a hurry to enter into any relationship because people are giving you pressure. You will die early. You don't owe anybody any responsibility to be in a relationship. But when you enter into a relationship, you must be a model for others to follow. I tell you that somebody is looking at how you are living your life. And if you do what is wrong, you are leading thousands astray. Let's not be said that you led thousands astray, a child of God. Are we okay? We must let our relationship define us as children of God. Our relationship should be what? Examples for people to follow. We want to be what? Change agents. Not only by what we say, but how we are living our lives. People should be able to look at us and say, Mommy, Daddy, I want to be like that lady. I want to be like that gentleman. And please, if you fall, rise up. If you fall, rise up. Don't stay there. Don't let people tell you that, oh, this thing, you have been doing it already, so don't mind. We are all like that. Please, don't let anybody deceive you. If you make a mistake, rise. We will fall. We will falter, but we'll rise again. So I said your primary aim should be what? Your primary aim should be what? Marriage. It is not every relationship that will lead to marriage. Every relationship will not lead to marriage. But have it at the back of your mind that you want to go into the relationship for the purposes of marriage. If it's for fun or for sex, please, for sex, please don't come. Because if you are having sex, you are ready to be a father, you are ready to be a mother. Maintenance duty comes. Responsibility under law, maintenance. You should be ready for a child. Are we okay? So if you are not ready, you have not done insurance for your children, you are not ready to give asigbega, you are not ready to give chop money, you are not ready to take care of a woman when she has her medical deals. Gentlemen, if you are not ready to take care of yourself and take care of another person, please, don't start. God would not be happy with you. Are we okay? Are we okay? And if you are going to a relationship because you want money, your focus is money, 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 think twice. You will get the money, but you will not be happy. Are we okay? Are we okay? Sometimes you see somebody, I see some people, Charlie, the person is fair, nice. You tell yourself, hey, fair, nice, but tell yourself that, hold on. Just hold on. Just hold on. Let them wash the makeup. Then you see the real face. Have all the clouds on them, they wear nice chain and everything. Laboro. Hello? Hello? So people are doing a lot of internet fraud. Please work hard. Work what? Hard. Put a lot of work. And be people of what? Integrity. I hear people say that, oh, as for this person, this politician, he is corrupt and everything. You are also corrupt with your morals. So when we talk about corruption, it's not only about money, but corruption with morals. Do a self-examination. How many people are you deceiving that you are dating them? How many people? You say you love Amma, then you say you love it be only one rope. As you cast it now, cast the net now, that is all. The fish you catch is what must be in that net. You can't cast 2 nets. Then you are not ready to love. You are lasting. The moment you move from love, you are going to what? Last. They are all with L. One is O-V-E. One is L-U-S-T. Universal sex treatment. Longing for universal sex treatment. That is it. Are we getting the point? So relationship is governed by law. And as I said, no beating, nothing. Verbal abuse, threatening people, and stuff like that. It's also a criminal offense. If you misbehave, I'll slap you. I'll wound you. You see, all those things that you have been saying is domestic violence. The threat of harm, all of that is there. So watch what you say. You send voice notes nowadays, WhatsApp. Charlie, if you misbehave, the way I will hit you when I meet you anywhere, don't even come close. Who are you? Terminator 1, 2, or 3? Are we getting the point clear? Let us learn to what? Grow. And let us use the word. No matter how angry you are, let's not the sun set on your anger. If you want to enter into marriage, marriage is work. Are you ready to work? It's work. Oh, it's work. Not be easy. So let's get to marriage. Quickly move into marriage. Every relationship must be aimed towards what? Marriage. You can never know your partner 100%. Never, ever. Never, ever. You can't know the person 100%. And as you are in a relationship, you must learn to grow. And you will grow by being in the church and doing what is right. If you're in a relationship and you can't expose the relationship, or you can't tell your pastor or your spiritual leaders in the church that this is the relationship I'm into, you are in trouble. Because then that relationship is not a correct relationship. I'm not too sure. That guy, I'm not even too sure about him. Who are his friends? How is his Christian life and everything? Don't be deceived that, because the person attends church, everything is all right. Please, we are all sinners. He's in church and he loves the work of God. And every time he's leading the choir and he's playing the instrument. And she's head of protocol and she's following Pastor Joy and she's serving the people. When the people are coming, it no be where we they take the leave relationship. Are we okay? And some of you, the church ladies, yes, you must groom people in the church. I always advise that let's have people in the church for us, all of us to grow. But because you don't want people to see who you are dating, you go and get an outsider. You don't even know whether the person goes to church. You don't even know the church he attends and everything. Then you think that you can change the person. You change agent. Not to change somebody. Hey! You want to change somebody. Have you been able to change yourself? Change agent. Agent de change. Hello? You can never change anybody. You can help the person grow. So never have, what's for this person? I'm changing her. This daughter of, I am changing her. By the time you realize you have been changed. Sex is sweet. Sex is good if it is done the right way and at the right time and under the right conditions. Do not rush for it because you see, finawa, stealing to enjoy is never any form of enjoyment. Okay? Okay? So don't let anybody deceive you and say, me, if I don't have sex, that means you are not where? You are not where? You are safe. You are very, very, very safe. If you are not having it, you are safe. I tell you, you are safe. You are free from HIV, syphilis, gonorrhea, all other sexually transmitted diseases. You are safe from what? Pregnancy, hormones, here and there. You are safe from all of those things. You are safe. You are safe. Are we okay? So don't let anybody pressurize you. You will get to a point where, you see, sometimes you just have to tell yourself, this I am not doing. It is difficult, but my sister, my brother, please do it. You will reap the benefit of it. I had not seen anybody's nakedness until I got married. So on my wedding day, the way I was happy. So during my wedding reception, because of you, I see my goosebumps all over. I was so happy. The way I danced, the way I was happy, I raised my hand like this, like that, like this. Because I have been able to achieve my aim. Yes.
La 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 la. Are you ready now? We are taking the girl away. We are taking the girls away. We are taking the girls away. Ladies and gents, are you ready now? We are taking. I remember the song.
So when I knew I had satisfied all the conditions, I could boldly stand in front of my in-laws doing my customary. That's the song I sang during my customary marriage. If you check my Facebook Reels, it's there. My Facebook Reels is there. I think I posted it about some 4 or 5 days ago. Because I was bold to say, we are taking the girls away. And when my in-laws got to know that, this our man, do before, everybody was excited. They just said, open gate, oh. Nobody can come and say, born 1 for me, born 2 for me, born 3 for me. He is what? He is what? The father of my child. For the where? In your dreams? Now where? But if you have ever done it before, you have made that mistake, please, it's okay. Open a fresh page. New. Yesterday is gone. Another day has come. Do something new in my life, and you shall be new. You see, there are some who would keep themselves, and they will wait till last minute, and they will mess up. There are some who will be messing up. Then they will change. Then they'll become better. So don't say, this girl, she's sport, potter. Please do not judge and do not tell people their destiny because you don't know where they are going to. Never make that mistake. I need to let you know all these basics before. It will get to a point that in marriage, you don't even be interested in having sex anymore because you are so busy. There are things that you are thinking about. You are thinking about school fees. You are thinking about health insurance. You are thinking about a lot of things. Are we okay? Good. Let's go to marriage. Quick, because I have my minutes are not enough. Marriage. So there are 3 basic kinds of marriages in Ghana. 3 basic kinds of marriages in Ghana. The first one is customary marriage. Customary marriage. Customary marriage. Customary marriage. What people call engagement is wrongly referred to as engagement. Is wrongly referred to as engagement. The proper name is customary marriage. The second one is ordinance marriage. Second, ordinance marriage. Ordinance marriage. Ordinance marriage. Ordinance marriage. Cap 127. Cap CAP. Cap 127. CAP. Cap 127. The third one is Mohammedan's ordinance. Mohammedan's ordinance. Mohammedan's ordinance. Cap 129. Cap 129. Cap CAP 129. So from age 18 to age 21 in our country, our laws, if you want to get married, first of all, if you want to get married, you must be 21 years and above. 21 years and above, you don't need parental consent. I will explain. You don't need parental consent. From 21 and above, you can get married without your parents' consent. However, between 18 years and 21, you can get married only under parental consent. Are we okay? Only under what? Parental consent. But by age 21, majority of you may be in tertiary. You are not ready. You are not ready. Psychologically, emotionally, physically, mentally, because I say it is work. That kind of work is not an easy work. Are we okay? But please, and a very big please, do not go into marriage because you are pregnant for somebody. There's no law which says that because you are pregnant for somebody, you must get married. Don't make a mistake and go and lock yourself in a wrong institution called pregnancy by force marriage. It's what? Pregnancy what? By force what? Marriage. You don't want the shame. You don't want people to see that you are ashamed. Or you don't want to get that shame. So you quickly go and get married. Then you deceive everybody that, oh, Charlie, it's just that it's a handwork of God. Or it's a miracle. The thing just happened flash like this because you went la la la. Hello. 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 So don't go and impregnate anybody. And don't say, he impregnated me. He didn't impregnate you. You sent yourself and you had what? Intercourse. And you had what? Pregnancy. He didn't impregnate you. Did he use a gun on you? It was offer and acceptance. Then there was a germination of a contract. Hello? Hello? Offer and acceptance. Look, the kind of things that we can do within 5 minutes, the kind of things 5 minutes can bring in, 5 minutes can bring you internal struggles and problems. It may even be 2 minutes. Somebody said 5 minutes. It may even be 2 minutes. Pleasure for that period, you are in trouble. Okay? So customary marriage, ordinance marriage, and Mohammedan's ordinance. For your sake, I'll talk about customary marriage and ordinance marriage because that's what really concerns us. Customary marriage is potentially polygamous. What it means is that the man can marry more than one wife. The man can marry more than one wife. But hey, hold on. Pick your Bibles. For this reason, a man shall what? Leave his father and mother and what? Be married to what? A wife. So for us Christians, you know that ours is what? Monogamous marriage. That is what? Ordinance marriage. Are we okay? So don't say I'm a Christian, so I can marry and marry again. No. Yours is to tailor for what? A ordinance marriage. Now, the requirement of the law is that you either do customary marriage or you do the what? Ordinance marriage. Customary marriage is marriage on its own. It's very valid. There's no requirement that you do customary marriage before you do ordinance. And now I'll also explain. There's no requirement that you do customary marriage before ordinance. Under the law, there's no requirement like that. But in church, our church teaches us that marriage is between what? Families. So because marriage is between families and we don't want wahala, we don't want trouble, first of all, you must go and ask of a woman's hand. Going to ask of a woman's hand is what? Ko. Then when you knock, then they say, you are knocking and say, if you are looking for viewer is with me, or viewer has been coming to me. Not your viewer is with me. Your daughter or your what? Your daughter is with what? Me, or has been coming to me. Let me be careful about it's with me. It's with me is meaning that you are cohabiting. No cohabitation for Christians. No cohabitation. Don't go and rent a room and have a roommate. When I was in a relationship, my wife was then in school at Pantine. I'll leave home, go and visit her at Pantine. And I will leave by 9 p.m. and go and stay at my cousin's place at Abelenkwe. From Pantine to Abelenkwe in a far distance. She was staying in chamber and hall, self-contained, but I never slept there. Hey, if you see how beautiful my wife is, you think you sleep there, you remain the same. You remain the same. I know myself. I know my level. Me, if I see things, I don't joke. So could know thyself. If you know that if you touch this thing, things would start moving from center towards corner. Please, don't touch. Don't get close. Don't be in an enclosed area. Oh, know yourself. Know what kicks you on. You know she wears a particular dress that makes your whole body, everything is going jumping up and down. When they call you, they say, then your heart. You know there are certain times in the month where your body feels like, oh, I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone. You know, during the ovulation period. Me, my wife is a midwife, so I know a lot of the things. I get in it. Please, don't let anything deceive you. So quickly, let me move on. So customary marriage, you can get married under custom, respected, your families come together, you are gone. Ordinance marriage. Ordinance marriage. Ordinance marriage. Wedding or court wedding. Wedding or court marriage. They are the same thing. So there's nothing like going to court to go and do marriage. It's different. Coming to do a wedding in the church. They are the same thing. But you see, as Christians, the Bible tells us that we should bring our marriage to the altar of God. So I don't understand why I will be a Christian. I'll just go to court and go and sign. Sign where? Where is the altar? I get to the point. So we must all aim to bring our marriages before God. Wedding is not about wearing gown, wearing suits, and getting people to be flower girls and everything, and they are following you and they are happy, and those people are not with you in prayer. It's not about having a very big reception and shining photo and doing all the levels and doing all the trailers and getting all the likes and clicks on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Eesh. When I was getting married, I thought I was doing the most special wedding. Go and see my video. People in my own don't come past me. The suit I wore, I thought I was wearing the best suit. Now I see myself say, hey, I'll go ball. So don't be in a hurry to do flashy things. Are we okay? Know your level. Plan for it. So what do you have to do if you want to get married under the ordinance? The first thing, as I said, you need to prepare yourself to enter into that institution of marriage. Are we okay? You don't just get up one day and say, I want to marry you. You are nice, everything. If it's about looks, please don't marry somebody because of looks. If it's about how you feel, your heart has been beating. That heart beat there, it gets to a point where it stops beating. You ask yourself whether it's the heart is still there or not. That butterfly in your stomach, the butterfly, you don't die. You see the person you say you love, you look into the person and say, oh, Galabonyefia. Oh, are you still sleeping by my side? Oh, who are you? I'm telling you, not true. Sometimes you see your spouse's face, you feel like, you see the person, you say, the way you are annoying me, if I got it, like I'll move you like that. I will shake you. Yeah. That's when the real marriage stares you in the face. Familiarity breeds what? Contempt. You get so familiar that certain things will now be annoying you. Hey, why would she look at me that way? But you, those days, you come and save me, you put everything down, put water over there, now even pure water crab bomb me. Hello. Marriage is serious business. That is why in our country, you marry under our laws. When you say you want to divorce, you don't get up and say, I am walking away. You don't say, I'm walking away. You don't walk away. You come to court way. Are we okay? You come to court way, and it is very difficult to secure a divorce. I tell you. The rules about divorce, wahala don't come. Are we getting the point? So, you have to get married, ordinance. You go to the registrar of the district court. After you have done all your trainings and you're okay, you're ready, you know you want to get into marriage. Counseling, it doesn't mean that when you do counseling, automatically you must get married. Counseling is just to prepare you whether to decide to get married or not. So never, ever be put under pressure that, because you are counseling, people think if we don't get married, it's going to be a problem. Please, your counseling should start from when you start your relationship. Because me, when I knew I was going to marry my wife, I told her the things that I was looking at. The things she was also looking at. What do you like? What I don't like? What do you like? What I don't like? We're doing it before we officially went for the other counseling and training everything. So the counseling starts with yourself. No pastor, no minister of God can redefine your life or change your life to make somebody suitable for you. They can only help the person. You make the decision, you make the choice. No amount of prayer will change that person be a bad person. No. So if you see the red flags, raise it, say, oh yeah. You have not even gotten to Canaan. And look at what you are doing. You don't waste things for road. How will we be able to go to Canaan? The kerosene small with the use, you are wasting it. How will you get to Canaan? Where will we get light? Are we okay? You are not able to give small gifts. You think that when you get married, you get bigger gifts. Birthday crumble. Study love languages. Know your partner. Know love languages. The parts of the body you get to know when you are married. The part of the body about your spouse, you get to know when you are what? Married. So don't go and start doing parts of the body. Ejiapo, domia, afogbo. Ejiapo, domia, afogbo. You want to check the size with your hand? Please, wait. check your pocket. Check the size of your savings you are doing. Are we okay? Look, I'm talking to you as people that I relate to, because sometimes you see the body, you say, oh, nice, look at your eyebrow, look at the hair. They do it, hey, they wear some dress. Some of the dresses, when you wear it, hey, now, hello. You know that this dress that you are wearing is very seductive. Who are you trying to deceive? Who are you deceiving? Are you getting it? Somebody say God will punish them. Now God will punish you for you who see. You who see. Where you allow yourself to be led and misled. Don't put the blame on anybody. God is not going to punish anybody. God will punish you, the one who allows yourself to be misled. And she led me to fall. She didn't lead you to fall. And you were going and you fell. Nobody can lead you to fall. No matter the temptation, you can overcome. Are we getting it? Nobody leads you anywhere. Don't enter into certain rooms. Don't go to certain places. Stay at places people can see you. To be frank with you, if you wear a very nice dress and come and sit in church, do you think anybody in his rightful mind will come here and be touching your breast? In church, would you do that? But if you like go to Pandora, or if you like go to some hotel room where when you close the door, small, you say, oh yeah, what are we going to do over here? We are going to study maths and economics in this room. When you put the lights off, what kind of maths are you going to study? You are going to do reproduction, family law. Clap for yourself, clap for yourself. I'm talking to change agents. So I'm seeing people who, in the next few years, I'm seeing marriages which are successful. I am seeing marriages which are changing the history. What I'm hearing about divorces should change. I was here in March this year and said I'll be back, and I'm back. So simple. You want to get married, you make sure you see your spiritual fathers. They'll direct you. They'll help you in everything. Men, women. There's nothing like a woman should be a marriage material. You, your man, you must also be marriage material. Are you getting it? There's nothing like a woman, whether it's a marriage material. If you are not marriage material, they can never sew you. I get it. You two must be the material some. Are you getting it? Because the two shall become one. If you are not a marriage material, so it's not a woman, only a woman who must be married material. The man must be married material. That mindset that we have been taught, it's only a woman's place in the kitchen and everything. When the woman is pregnant, when she's busy, she's not there. Who go can feed you? Stephen's food now very expensive. Restaurant food now very expensive. Now you for enter the kitchen, cook some things here and there, give woman, make you sit down and eat. Wash plates, learn to wash clothing, wash stuff. Me, here that I am. If my wife is tired, I put things in I put her things, panty or whatever it is. So I'll wash everything and hang it. I'll be hanging it joyfully. Joy, my va, joy. Now my own. Now me they remove it don't be my own. Now me they remove Who you own? It don't be me. It don't be me and marry. Now, what be your problem? What am I not coming to do? If anybody will see me, hey, what kind of thing I am watching my wife's things. Now, my wife is own. Sometimes my money will buy something, not be my money will buy, but my wife is own. Are we getting it? So that kind of mentality, let's take it out of our minds. So you need to prepare yourself. Whatever the woman is doing, you should be able to know. What kind of foods, everything, you should be able to know. Prepare yourself. Are we getting it? One of the key things I need to let you know that before you get married, I'm saying all these things. Plan financially. Financial planning and management is what a lot of you do not do. You don't plan financially. Oh, we are coming to marry. What and what should we look at? Okay, I'm working. I have this. I have that. I have that. So I'll bring this on board. Most of you don't plan your life as married. What you plan is wedding. So you only plan an event and you forget the lifestyle. You only plan the event, you forget the life. So do financial plan and discuss your marriage. Please, if I'm left with 10 minutes, let me know if I'm ending up to, I'll look at it. I may come for part 2 later. So that you come as change agents again, part 2. Are we getting the point? Are we getting the point? So financial planning is very, very important.
how you spend money. Before you get married, your spending pattern is given from your spending pattern. Some people, when they see things now, they buy. They see, they buy. Some people, they will plan 3 months before they buy. Are you getting it? And some people, they will be buying on credit, which I don't advise. So they are credit buyers. They are always credit. Always they are what? They are in debt. I advise, if you don't have money, please don't buy. Some people, they invest. So the things they are buying, they buy books and stuff, they are investing into themselves. There's small money they are getting, they are doing something. They are always having side hustle. But some of you are not having side hustle. Some of you are side chick and chickens. Money is one key thing. If you do not know how to marriage, your marriage will fall, will break. Agba, like calabash bash. Because most of us don't know how to manage money. So discuss finances, important before you get into marriage. Know the person's mindset about finances. Are we okay? I see marriages breaking down because it's a man's responsibility to take care of the children. It's a man's responsibility to give. If you know it is the man's responsibility to take care of your hair, your dressing, and everything, tell the man before he knows what kind of responsibility he wants to take. Are we okay? So those of you whose mentality is because I want the man to take care of me. I want the man to buy my dress. I want the man to buy my godi too. Oh, Ghana had one man, you go die early. Are you getting it? And don't also think that because your wife is working, she's industrious, everything. You let her pay. Oh, she can take it. Those of you men who are not ready to take responsibility, you always want the money, the woman to be bringing the money and you be chopping and be using for other things and be giving to other people. Woe betides you. You are warned. Oh. We are not training men like that. And as you get into marriage, a consequence of getting married is having the ability to have children. Are we okay? Having children. So you must have at the back of your mind that children are likely to come. So you plan for them, you prepare for them. So even before you set up the journey, I always tell people, if you are going to get married and after your wedding, you do not have rent money for 1.5 years, you are in trouble. So whatever surplus you have from your wedding, there should be money for rent for at least 1.5 years. There should be some money for some small insurance for you, your health. Because you invest in yourself and you invest in your health. If there's trouble right now, you don't marry, there's trouble right now, hospital, who are you going to be coming for the money from? You are able to feed 500 people by giving them buffet treatment. Then after the marriage, in fact, you rented a very big car. Then after the marriage, you are using Pragia. And that's what you not even pay. You be challenging the guy. Money 2 CDs, oh, why will you go and buy 5 champagnes when even Aliyah 1 CD you can't afford after the marriage? Don't buy pressure for yourself. Are you okay? Don't buy pressure for yourself. You don't need 5 maid of honors. Me, when I was getting married, we could afford the number of maid of honors. We only had 1 maid of honor. All the other people, I said, get to work. So on my wedding day, my coordinators were plenty. They were all wearing their dress anyway. After that, we took the picture. I thought they were mates. They were on the ground working. Me, myself, I was working on my wedding day. I got up at 3 a.m., went to all the places. And I was on my tab. Every single thing that was happening, I was watching. And I was coordinating from my tab. And I've planned my life in such a way. Me, I said, now where I am, I have 2 children. Ghana's economy no be easy. Go and see Glory Kids, the amounts we are paying for a child. And I want to make sure I give my kids the best of treatment. So as I speak, I have child education policy for my children. Before you come, we have a policy for you. Bank accounts, and we don't open. I think it's the second born that we have not opened a bank account for. Right now, we are saving for them. He start bank accounts, he get bank accounts as from in childhood. And right from the beginning, I have conscientized her, military training. So all my children, I have military nicknames. I don't want anybody to go and give them that Glamaja or any other name when they have grown. They have military nicknames right from the beginning. If they grow and they want another name, a different one. But they have conscientization. So don't be in a hurry to have so many kids. No. I love children. Yes, you love children, but God loves you. God loves you. Love yourself small. Hekbin the view. I joke obla. Then you'll be getting angry with your spouse because you don't have money. Hey! And no, let nobody pressure you. And when is the third born coming? When is where I am? When third born is coming, then between me, my God, and my wife. If we are ready, we'll do release. We'll release. But we'll plan before release. Musicians, before they release their songs, do you know how they have planned? Sometimes their song they have prepared for 4 years, they release it later. Plan your life. In the same way, the marriage too. Don't just jump into marriage. You don't jump into marriage. It's not high jump. You jump and you land. If you don't take time, you land on the wrong side. So if you want to get married, just as I said, you go to your pastors, get prepared to get married. You go and see the registrar of a district court. So if you know you are setting your date, let's say 3 months ahead or 4 months ahead, you go and see the registrar. You start the process. We have what we call the notification, process of notification. So you go and they'll give you a form. They'll ask your age, whether you are married, whether you're a spinster, whether you're a widower, and all those things. You fill that form. When you fill the form will be pasted on the notice board and will be published for 21 days. 21 what? Days. The first certificate you'll be given is what we call a registrar certificate. Go and see the registrar, you and your intended spouse. But it must be within, where the district court you go to must be district court, the registrar of district court. It must be within the locality where either of you stays. So if you are a Ho and your spouse is, let's say, your to-be spouse is in Accra, you must start, either you do it in Ho or your spouse does start the process at that other end, where you want the marriage to be celebrated. But one of you should be ordinary residents there. Then they will give you, after the 21 days, if nobody comes to caveat means if nobody comes to say, this person, he's married to me. This person, me and him, we did. Not just relationship, that you are committed in some marriage way. And it's not born one to that he born for me, so you shouldn't get, no. I said, if you born for somebody, doesn't mean that you are married. Are we getting it? So if nobody comes to caveat, after 21 days, they will give you registrar certificate. When you are given the registrar certificate, it says you can get married within 3 months from that date. You see the reason why I'm saying you must start the process early. And it is important when the marriage, you are given a notice of banns. That is why you must let everybody know that I'm going to marry Asim as you. Everybody know. If there's an issue, let me know. You don't wait till it's getting to that day before come and say, red card, Naim be my man. Are you okay? That one, they don't show it to your face. You say, hey, bump. It's more disgraceful. Most of you keep, you see, when you want to get married, you are keeping the suspense. You don't want people to know. You are keeping you're waiting the invitation. That you just splash it like, who you they deceive? Who you they deceive? So it's during the period of notification that people must know that this is the person you want to settle down with. So after the registrar give you registrar certificate, there's a number on that certificate that they will quote on your marriage certificate. And wherever you're going to get married, it must be within a registered premises for purposes of marriage. Are you getting it? Registered premises for purposes of marriage. And it must also be by a minister who has been licensed to celebrate marriages. So the thing no be easy. The license is plenty. Are we okay? Are we okay? So you don't just get up one day and say, I want to get married. You see, when you are going to get married, you alone. You are at liberty to decide when you are getting married. But when you want to step out of the marriage, we tell you like this, bow. You have to come and follow some long procedure. You'll be coming to court as and when. Those things you have been watching in movie that if I'm tired of you, I just sign divorce papers. Now lie. Today, have a change of mind. Have a change. After here, you know that divorce is not like signing papers. It's one of the most difficult things you can do. It gets very bad, it gets nasty. And I don't want any of you to think about divorce. But the thoughts will come. That is the truth. No matter the most spiritual people you think you have, marriage is what? Work. And they call it a marriage institution. You want to join us in that institution, you have to make sure you prepare before you get into the institution. Because it's the only institution where we give you a certificate before you enter. We don't want you to complete. We give you the certificate. You are fully prepared. License to drive. Are we okay? We will give you a certificate. You'll be holding it joyfully. Joy like a river, joy like a river. Zona garamalu. Joy like a river, joy like a river. Zona garamalu. Now when you enter, when you come, everybody will be looking at you. Oh, I see my say now, Mrs. and Mr. Mrs. and Mr. Mrs. and Mr. Mrs. and Mr. I get to the point. So after that certificate is given to you, you can get married within what? Within 3 months. So you bring it, if your church has marriage certificate, the marriage will be celebrated over here. They will give you a copy of the marriage certificate. When you're given a copy of the marriage certificate, whatever copy you have, they also will have a copy. They are supposed to submit their copy back to the registrar. So somebody they say, give the marriage certificate to a woman. She's the one who gives the marriage certificate. If your marriage certificate gets lost today, it does not mean that your marriage is invalid. Our marriage certificate is in my portmanteau. Is in my portmanteau. Why should I even be thinking about the certificate? Because once you are married, it is consent. The consent, what you have given, you have said, I want to marry you, you want to marry me. It is the mind, the agreement of the mind. So it's not about paper. The paper there is just evidential. Are we getting the point clear? As I stand here, who doesn't know that is my wife? Everywhere she goes, they say, oh, Mrs. Adugu, Mrs. Adugu. Everywhere I go, oh, Sister Dinah's husband, Sister Dinah's husband. It is with me wherever I go. I don't remember even taking my ring off for more than 45 seconds. Always on my hand. I didn't like ornaments. But this thing, it did my hand top. Did my hand. And like Captain Band, we could tell. And I know that this has saved me from a lot of trouble. Amen. Amen. People see and they start running off. This has opened some doors for me. Amen. So marriage is good. It can open some doors for you. It can open some doors for you. Marry right. Marry what? Right. When you go through all the procedure, you're okay. So on the married day, 2 witnesses from the man's side, 2 witnesses from the lady's side, they will sign the what? Marriage certificate. You have the marriage certificate. Then after that, they say you go home. But when they say go home, it doesn't mean that's the end. The marriage must be consummated. There must be what? Sex. That consummates the marriage. Consummate the marriage. Consume. You must consume. Say somebody say consume. Consume. Yes. Because after that, you have gotten license. You can accelerate, deaccelerate. You can park, put it to neutral. Are you getting it? You can scream. Nobody will ask you any question. Because you have the license to drive the car. Whether it's Pajero, Nissan, pickup, you choose your choice. Tico, Tundra, now your choice. No road sign for you. All you have to do, go. Unless your partner say, Miaje Koko Lafia. Hello. Sex is communication. One of the highest form of communication. It solves a lot of problems. But you see, before you start a car, you must what? Warm the what? Engine. So you must maintain that car. You must maintain your husband. You must maintain your spouse. If she's not happy, some of the gears will not shift. True or false? If you are not happy psychologically, mentally, some of the gates will not shift. The gate will not open. It will open, you just say, but when everything is okay, she's not tired, she's relaxed and everything, you touch and say, Are you getting it? And everything about marriage is not sex. Everything about marriage is not. But sex is an essential ingredient, essential component of marriage. It solves a lot of problems. It solves a lot of problems. So marry right and do what is right. And as you get into marriage, then there's maintenance requirements. You have to maintain your spouse. You have to maintain your children. If children are in, they give chop money. Maintain your spouse. And maintenance is both ways. The only thing is only the man who must give the woman money. Then after you get married, the next thing that comes is what? Marital property. Every everything that you acquired during the subsistence of the marriage is deemed that you acquired what? 50-50. Time is up. Everything that you acquired is what? Is deemed that you acquired it what? Together. If you had something before you brought into the marriage, now your own. But once you get into it, it's acquired 50-50. Are we okay? So understand it. Some of you are having problem in your marriage because this is my own, that is my own, this is my own, that is my own. You are going to buy land, you go and take loan. You don't tell your spouse. Then the family will start having problems. Make sure you take care of your family. Your wife will also take care of her family. But make sure each person's family is well taken care of. If you can, save some money for difficult moments. Always have an investment. There's a difference between savings and a difference between an investment. Savings is you are just putting the money there. But investment is putting it into something that will yield. You must invest in yourself, invest in your health, and invest in something that brings returns. So when you get married, you must always be investing in yourself. Build yourself. Me, where I was here, I used to be like 90 kilos. I've done some investment in myself. I've gone down a little bit because I want to make sure I'm healthy. I don't want to be lying down. My wife will be carrying me. I don't want to give her another responsibility, a duty. Are we okay? So exercise psychologically, mentally, your body. Keep your body in shape. Don't just get married and leave your body like that. Sister, you hear me? The body was nice, fine, well. Then you get married and you born picking and say, hey, exercise. Put your body in shape. Men, exercise. Because if you don't exercise, you will get to the playing field. After 2 minutes, you no go. If you get to half time, you have no use. Mr. Otia, my one at door. So exercise your body, exercise your mind, read, explore, read. Some of you enter into marriage now, I think that is the end of the day. Marriage is not the end, though. I said marriage is work. So when you get there, you must be doing exercises, be reading, learning a lot of things. Go, family time, be together. Build a family. There's no rule in the family, there's no rule which says that when you get married, you must always be wearing anko. There's no rule like that. So please take it out of your mind. Me, I don't remember the last time I did anko with my wife. I don't even remember if any of anko's work. Anytime we say we want to sew anko, something happens. Either the tailor spoils her dress or my dress. It doesn't change the fact that that is my wife, my legally married wife. And she's the only one that I have. When you get married, there will be temptation. Men, I tell you, you think that you have gotten married, that's the end. You will have taste for other women, nice women, fresh women. I tell you. Women, you get married. After you got married, you will see nice men, caring men, wonderful men, men who are. You see, you'll be drawn to them. You will not go like you won't have anything. You see, they'll be listening to you. Oh, hello, hi. Oh, how's everything? I'm promoting. Oh, okay, don't worry. How's everything? Small. You realize you are falling. We have to raise you up. Are we okay? So don't think that, hey, when I get married, everything is finished. You may get married and you realize that, Kai, this fresh guy was there. Eesh, God, why? Why me? Look at the way this guy is treating the wife. Why me? Agbeliko, we will not even get agbeliko. Not even small, every slice of what? A pizza. We are not getting. Alihatu will not get. Please, everybody in his lead. Don't look at some other person and say, I want to join them. And never, ever raise your hand on your spouse. The difficult times, the anger, you get angry and everything. Please remember that I told you today that when you get angry, just calm down and just tell yourself, this is the woman that I chose. This is the woman that I chose. This is the woman that I chose. I promise on my honor to be faithful and loyal. I promise on my honor to be faithful and loyal. I promise on my honor to be faithful and loyal. There's a song in my native dialect that says, Lolonya nunyara gaka gama flenau. Lom ko malo we no vilom malo. Malafia samaye miachoga aplalo. Malafia samaye miachoga aplalo. Lolonya nunyara gaka gama flenau. Lom ko malo we no vilom malo. And say what? Love is something nice that we don't buy from the stores. It is not in the store for you to buy. Are we getting it? No matter how Christian you are, no matter how spiritual you are, you will have challenges in your marriage. Learn to what? Do the right thing. And if you see, when the time is right, the Lord will make it happen. When the time is right there, the Lord will make it happen. Don't be in a rush. Don't say, and nobody's coming for me, and I'm not getting it. Please, when the time is right, you would be selected. When everything seems like everything is dark, you would be selected. You'll be chosen. I saw my wife when I was coming from Hohoi. She was standing somewhere. Some people said, oh, they want lift. Then they said, oh, she should come and enter the car. No, it was the woman they were bringing. I said, oh, Sigba. But that day that I picked her from Hohoi, when we were having a conversation, I had a strong feeling in my heart, this is the kind of woman I want to marry. So vision of marriage started a long time ago, even before I got to know her as a friend. The first time that I met her in Ho, where did I take her? I took her home. First time that we have met, people would think, oh, you go to a pub or anything. I took her home. Oh, let's go home. Meet my brothers. She was very comfortable because she realized that this is a man who is thinking. This is a man who is very open. He took me what? Home. He has nothing to hide. At least I know his home. I know his people. Those of you who are starting relationships and you're only meeting in corners. One corner. Are we okay? I'm wrapping up. We want to be change agents. And as Christians, God requires of us to do what is right, to follow his word. And if Christian marriages are not causing change, then the word of Christ is not being lived. If Christian marriages are breaking, it means our foundations are shaking. And you know, the unit of the church is the family. You get married, you're in the church, you give birth to your children come to church. If marriages are breaking, people are not able to bring forth and bring people to the church, do you think the church will stand? No. So we are a unit, we are a cell of the church. We must make marriages work. And we must work on ourselves to make marriages work. I want you to enjoy marriage. I want you to prepare for marriage. With God, all things are possible. And please, and a very big please, if a relationship is not coming, keep on praying. Work on yourself. Prepare. Nothing is impossible for God. And you are a change maker. And you are a change agent. The world will rejoice and the heavens will rejoice because you have caused a change, be it in the spiritual realm and it be on earth. No power, no principality has dominion over you. And when you prepare yourself and you declare and you work, God will make your marriages work. Believe, pray, and work. Thank you.
Amazing. Hallelujah. Amen. Tell somebody, shall be your face clear now. Shall be your face. All right. So we want to have 2 questions. I want Nana to rest and Kofi to rest. So everybody put your tag on so that I can call your name. All right. So we have Prosper and then, where is your tag? All right. Please, information desk, make sure everybody has the tag and Agatha. So Prosper and Agatha will coordinate the question sessions. Can they have the microphone? Put your hands together for them. All right. So let's spend some few minutes answering some questions you may have. Minimum of 3. And then we go on. Thank you. Yeah, so coordinate it now.
Hello? Yeah, if you have questions, you raise up your hand.
Please, if you have any question, please ask now. Ask now. If you don't ask the question now, the next time you see me, consultation fee is 1,500. Ask now.
All right, thank you, lawyer, for the education. I want to ask, we know that in the Bible, there are very few circumstances under which there can be a divorce. But under the law, naturally, under the law, which areas can merit a divorce if it so happens? And the law allows for it.
All right, so let me quickly answer the question on divorce. Now, as I said, the sole basis for the grant of divorce is that the marriage has broken down beyond reconciliation. The marriage has broken down beyond what reconciliation. And there are a number of things we look at before we determine that the marriage has broken down beyond reconciliation. One of the things we'll look at is adultery. And that adultery, you find it intolerable to live with the person. Are we okay? Then also unreasonable behavior. That the behavior is not one that is so reasonable that we expect a spouse to do. The other one we talk about is desertion. If you desert your spouse, you're no more staying with your spouse, you go and live somewhere, you don't care about your spouse. Are we getting it? Then the other one is not living as husband and wife for a period. If you're doing between 2 and 5 years, you need the consent of the other person. But about 5 years, you don't need the consent of the other person. Now, let me tell you something. These things I'm saying like that, you have to prove with evidence in court. Evidence. What? Evidence. It is not that easy. We did a divorce case where the judge decided that he will not grant the divorce. After everything, he said, no, I don't think that you merit the divorce. He will not grant it. It has ended there. He didn't grant it. Case closed. So don't think that I'll walk into it and when I'm not happy, I'll walk out. Please. When you walk into it, walking out is not difficult. We have closed the gates. Open. So think very well before you enter into it. And don't use the challenges some of you too, their parents, the difficulties they had in their marriage, that is what you have set as a standard. So because my dad did to this mom, me too, I'm like this. Any man who comes like this, please don't use your parents or your uncle's problems or the challenge they have to define your marriage. Because my dad treated my mom this way. I have a friend whose dad is an Ewe. She's also an Ewe herself. She told me that she will never marry. She will never marry. This one, I'm going to tell you some secrets. I was interested in her. Then she told me that, I say, you okay? Yeah, here. Don't go and tell my wife. Oh. I said I was interested in her dead before I met my wife. She told me that, sadly, she told me that she doesn't want to marry an Ewe. I said, that I'm an Ewe. You see the way I have, the price I have for you, pardon you. You say you don't want to marry an Ewe. Fast forward. This year, the lady is married to an Ewe. An Ewe. He's married to an Ewe. Then I saw, and I checked the name. Then I sent a message. Please, what's the name of your husband again? Then he mentioned it, and I said, oh, I see. God's ways are not our ways. Then he said, I now understand where you're coming from. I said, and then I called, I said, engage your, how did it happen? Then she explained everything to me. That, it's not about the tribe. Now I have understood that it's about the personality. It's not about the tribe and everything. Say you're talking about personality. When I was interested, do you know the personality that I had? So stop the stereotypes. The person is an Ashanti. We are not supposed to marry Ashantis. You don't marry tribe. You marry an individual. You don't marry tribe. He's an Anglo man. Anglo people are like this. He's a Fatome woman. He's a Ga woman. A Ga woman, they have not signed any bond, though. There's no bond of 1844. Are we okay? So deal with the individual. Don't be stereotyped. Open your minds. Don't say, I don't like this person. And some of you say, I'm short, so I like a man who is tall. You think getting a tall man is everything in this world? Oh, me, I'm short, so I want my children to grow. Are you the one to determine the genotype of your children or the length of your children? Apart from health grounds, don't box God. This is the package I want to. So God, let it fit into the package. You have your own package. I give it to God. God, promote it for me. That's most of you what you're doing. God, this is my package. You promote it for me. You don't go to God and say, God, is this the person you have identified for me? No, you're not asking God to say, God, you know already. You say, whatever we want, we should ask you. So it is Kofi I want, you know already. God, bless him. Bless. Just say, bless him. Let's go on the next question. Yes.
We have been watching in movies, and then we see that sometimes when there is a case of divorce, or maybe you give birth and then you don't marry the person, it happens that there is a struggle for the children or the child. So I want to ask that legally, on what basis do they give custody of a child?
Basis for giving custody. Children between 1 to 8 years normally will be given to the mother. Custody of children. Children between 1 to 8 years normally will be given to the custody of the mother. From 8 years and above, the court may give custody to the father. May give custody to the father. And usually when the children are younger, let's say one is 2, one is 4, or one is 5, one is 7, usually the courts will want to keep the children together. So they will usually grant custody to the mother. They want them to be together. Are we getting it? Unless there's reason to believe that maybe the mother is not taking very good care of them, or there's some form of insanity or something that will prevent the person from having it. Are we okay? And the court will order you to maintain the children, to be making provisions for the children, and may give the other person access. So the children may be with you, stay with you, but the court will say, okay, they have access. Maybe every vacation, bring the children over or something like that. But one of the things I must tell you is that it's very difficult when you have kids, not with your spouse, and trying to maintain them and trying to have your spouse involved, because there will always be a third party involved. Are we okay? If you want children, wait on God. Wait and have them in marriage. Because if in marriage, sometimes it's difficult. Me, my 2 that I have in the house, they don't be troublesome like something. One pass here, one pass here. Asking you plenty questions. You say, put this thing and say, drink tea. They will pour the tea on the seat. You turn around, your wife will say, oh, me and your mugala, I come a cuckoo girl. So children are a blessing from God, but sometimes the stress, the work that we do, the stress. Next question, please. Yes.
Please, my question is it advisable for your parents or your in-laws to stay in your home when you are married? And if they want to even visit, how long should they visit?
Very nice question, because I have a practical example. So when my wife gave birth to our daughter, that's the first child, my mother came to stay over. In fact, I said my wife should remain. She shouldn't go to her parents' place. So she should be with me. So it was rather my mother who came to do what the Nigerians call the omugo. Come to stay, helping you bath the children and everything. But before my mother came, I asked her, how long are you going to be here? Because it is myself and my wife, our marital home. Are we okay? That is my mother who is coming. But you see, the truth about it is that men, our mothers always see us as they are small boys, they were taking care of their babies. So they are so particular about us. And 2 women, your wife is your agbaputi. Your mother also feels I have interest. There will always be some kind of conflict between them. Are you getting it? Because they're all women. They all are very possessive of what they have. Because everybody wants to be in control. My wife would think that is her kitchen. My mother would think that Vinyapo kitchen, Emma. Are you getting the point? So you must have a very good balance. How long they should stay? I think it can always be hard. You have open and frank discussions. Are we okay? Have open and frank discussions. I advise you, when you start your family, be together. Don't let a third party be there. Make all your mistakes. Because when a third party is there, there are some things you can't do. Maybe I'm sure if I was angry there somewhere, I will talk. I will not be able to talk, and the tea will be boiling inside. Are you getting it? Sometimes to some enjoyment you want to make, you can't have that enjoyment because there's a third party you are thinking that your in-laws may hear you shout and scream. Are we okay? So know the kind of room you go and buy. You have got a single room, chamber, a hall. Your mom is in the hall. Every noise you are making is coming out. How can you enjoy yourself? So be ready to sacrifice. Hey, this be true talk, I tell you, true talk. Are you getting it? Don't be in a hurry to go and get a 2-bedroom when you can only afford a chamber in a hall or probably even a single room. Start small. Okay? So have a frank conversation. Men, you see, no, you are better able to deal with your mothers. Are you getting it? You are better. Have a discussion with me. When my mother came, do you know how long she finally stayed with us? Almost a year. I say, ish. I say, ish. I have to manage so that there's no conflict. Every time you're standing in referee, you're like, hey, I'm worried. It's not easy, oh. Then you have to say, oh, maybe. You see, there's a way your wife will like some things to be done. There's a way your mother will be doing the things. So, you see, you have to manage it, balance it. So have a frank conversation. I can't tell you that, oh, let your mother stay for this, let your mother stay for that. My wife and my mother have built a very strong bond. They can have conversations even behind my back. Some things I get to hear that I'm supposed to hear from my mother, I get to hear from my wife. They are built bonds. But no matter what, my mother is my mother. My wife will call my mother mother-in-law. There's an in before the law. So my mother is not my wife's mother. Don't make that mistake. Are we okay? It remains your mother-in-law. Respect the relationship. My mother-in-law, my wife's mother, is not my mother. It's my wife's mother. I respect that relationship. I love her as my mother, but there's a bond that they have. Are we okay? So respect it. There's some communication. I don't just get up and just go and view for them. Never. View for them. It is a package. You knew before you took it. You are coming to complain to me when you have not dealt with the package that is with you. You have not told the package that, oh, there's something wrong with you. So auto-correct or reformat. I beg you. You feel like something, let me go and tell her mother that this is what she's doing. I said, remember that you married the one by you. If you have any challenge, discuss with the person with you. Have communication with the person with you. Don't go and tell a third party. Wow. Are we okay? Your problems be your problems. Learn to solve your problems within. Are we okay? Don't go and get any third party. But always communicate. Communication is key. Learn to communicate. Learn to communicate effectively too. So everything. How you say it. How you go about it. How you resolve your issues. Me, I'm the type when something is worrying me, I talk about it. I don't come and tell you that, oh, you did something last 2 weeks. And that thing, the way you did it, I've boiled you down. If I boil you down, that same day I boil you down is the day I'll tell you. Then I forget, I move on. Because I must eat my evening food. And see, I'm the kind of man that mentally, when I'm eating, I want to make sure that I'm getting satisfied. I don't eat and have problems in my mind. I will not be eating properly. And you're going to say me, are you getting it? So if you have a problem, I expect you to tell me the problem so that psychologically you are okay. I don't like anything, hiding anything from me. Tell me in my face. Don't go and tell any other person. Don't be giving me attitude because me, I don't understand attitude. People give me attitude in court. I don't want that kind of attitude at home. And don't lie to me. Are we okay? That's about it. Yes, I think. Would that be the last question?
Please, I have 2 questions.
Yes, please go ahead.
You mentioned that during, like, a spouse shouldn't raise a hand against maybe the other spouse. I wanted to know if it applies to just males or both males and females. And my second question is, if your spouse is not happy with some friends that you have, or maybe a particular friend you have whom you really cherish, what should you do? Should you let go of the friendship, or like what should you do? So
the first question is about, thankfully I said use the word spouse. I didn't say husband. Spouse is spouse. Are we getting it? Are you getting it? Let me tell you one thing. If you want peace in your home as a woman, learn to manage a man's ego. If you want peace, I am the man of the house. How can you do this to me? But yes, man, you say, Oga, okay, I hear you. Oga. Give us all that respect. Managing a man's ego is one of the key things you need to learn how to do. Managing a man's ego. This thing, if you take it and you know how to manage it, you are not going to have any problem. He stays up to say, oh, it's ego. He has been trained that way to think that he's a man and everything. Yeah, I'm the man. Yeah. You just, okay, you are the man. Oh, okay, oh, yes, sir. Okay, Oga. Okay, you let's get it done. Managing a man's ego is key. 2, communicating effectively is key. Knowing what to say, when to say it, how to say it is important. Men, we never like to be disgraced. We never like to be like, we'll talk to us as if you have demeaned us and disrespected us. No. We don't want you to talk at us. You tell me that, what you're saying was nonsense between me and you. That's it. But when a third party is there and you tell me that, the way it pains me, it annoys me more than anything. That means you don't respect me. Husbands, love your wife. Women, be what? Submissive. The Bible didn't tell you love her, so you loving us is different. They say we should love you. You be submissive. Simple. Are we okay? The next question somebody asked was about, I just wrap up on that. If you don't like you have a challenge with your spouse's friend, it will happen. It don't happen. But one of the things you should understand is that each spouse should have the liberty to have friends. But that friendship should not interfere into the marriage. Look, me, as I stand here, I have female friends. It is not every female friend that my wife is comfortable, because some are potential people who can occupy her position. She knows the kind of woman I like. Fair, slim, slender, nice speaking. You think she doesn't know? She knows my spec. So when she sees those kind of specs coming around, she said, red alert, red alert, red alert. Bonnier, bonnier, bonnier. I get my point. So you should also be sensitive to your spouse's emotions. Be sensitive. But I always advise that don't tell your spouse, I don't want you to be friends with this person. Tell the person that I have this particular challenge. Can you work around it? Don't tell the person, I don't want this person to be your friend. You can't determine who should be a friend to your spouse. Have a conversation. Explain to the person. Sometimes the things we feel is misconceptions that we do have. Are we getting it? Some people just don't like the way some people dress. You have this friend, she has pierced her ears, and she's always wearing wig, and she's doing the hey type thing. I don't like that. I don't want you to be friends with that person. We beg you. Slow. Okay? Slow. Thank you.
Wow. Oh, come on. Wow. You see, when God blesses you with people who are ready to pour into you, then you are blessed. I think as busy as he was, but look, he's giving all the time to be here. I hope we've learned a lot, and it's refreshing. Okay, what do we tell Mr. Andrews Adugu Esquire? What do we tell him? A big God bless you. Be a change agent. The 5 things we are training you for: we are training you for faith, we are training you for family, we are training you for work, we are training you for change agentship, and then leadership. So these are 5 things. So it's not only, so later at the next cohort we'll explain these things to you. So every change agent must be strong in faith, personal relationship with God, strong Christian. You must be strong in family. We don't want change agents who are making impact but their families are in shambles. You are making impact but you are creating problem. If your home is in shambles, you are producing potential trouble for society. So we want you to succeed. Every change agent here, when you enter a relationship, the relationship must be decent. Let me tell you something about Andrews. Andrews, the way she came to marry Dinah, I was surprised. Then I was like, this guy came to me and he said, I want to marry you. And he knew what he wanted to do. He was straightforward with it. And you see a matured, disciplined man who knew what he wanted to do. And his character was dominant in everything he wanted to do. You cannot point something and say because of A, B, C, D. No. You couldn't. Okay? So you must have, the relationship was clean cut. The relationship was clean cut. We don't want those kind of relationships. And then they said, please, not any of you who is here today that have relationships. He said the guy came into the relationship as if he's coming to play. If you are not serious, he's told you, if you are not serious about entering a relationship, don't enter. Why are you rushing? I told you. In the university, everybody say, oh, you are leaving, final year. What are you taking home? Why? Are you ready? I have designed my life plan. I'm completing school at 21. I wanted to marry at 27. Am I ready to date for, that's about 6 years? I was not ready to date for 6 years. So my time to enter a relationship had not come. And it didn't matter who was entering relationship and who was not entering relationship. And so if you know where you are going and you know the plans you have, if it even gives you peace, it gives you a lot. Look, I was so peaceful when they were doing all those things and the girls were surrounding, roaming. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, if you are a good lady, you see guys come around. If you are a good guy, you see ladies come around. I don't have any problem with that. But simply, I'm not ready to enter a relationship. So, but somebody you want to do, and you are in a relationship for how many years now? You have not even finished school, but you are telling me you have been in a relationship for the past 5 years, 4 years. Why? What is wrong with you? And I asked you, when do you want to marry? You say, after my master's. Are you serious? No, that is not it. And so the breakout here, so you allow small boys to play with your heart, and then when it's time for the right person to come, because of the small boy, now you are projecting a small boy's behavior on a matured man who wants to marry, and you miss him. All right? So we want decent, clean-cut relationships. Relationships that are decent and matured. Everybody knows that you are preparing to marry, you have entered a relationship, you are serious about it, and everything is clear. He talked about boundaries. He was telling a lot. Don't go and be in some lungu-lungu place and be in a hotel and say, we are coming today, let's go to hotel to study mass. No, you don't. Let everything be decent around you. Everybody say decent. And me, as I'm here right now, I'm very proud. Do you know what I beat my chest, not in pride, but because by grace you walk in certain prayer. There is no woman on this earth that can come and stand before me and say I had something doing with her, or I've disappointed or do something. Never. The person I proposed to was my wife, and she's the one I married. And our relationship was clean. She was working in Accra. When she comes here, I had my apartment. But when she comes, I chose a nursing sister who was staying at the nurse's flat as the mother for her here. When she comes, she goes to stay here. I visit her there because there nothing can happen. But she will not come to my house. And there were principles. We set boundaries. We set rules so that the relationship will be decent and will be an example. We set rules. The first day I said, okay, you've agreed. I proposed to my wife at the riverside at Timpoku, Akosombo. That's right, by the riverside. And I proposed to her. And the day I proposed to her, I said, put your diary down. Let me put my diary down. Let's set the rules of the relationship. And we did. Number one, before she would open and say any rule, number one, I said no sex. We write it, no sex. Number two, we will not find ourselves in any place alone. That will be tempting. Number three, we will not have calls at odd hours. After 9 p.m., 10 p.m., you are on call, and you don't have anything to say. So you now be saying stupid things and be igniting fires that must not be ignited. And now sending stupid pictures. So no, when I was dating her, she should be here to tell you. 8:30, you call me? No way. You are my, and we knew. So we set our rules, and that's what guided us. So our marriage was clean. And so now, there is no suspicion in our marriage. I will not be calling my wife, where are you? Who are you talking to? Who are you with? No. my wife is gone on trek, she's gone on trek. There is no, because we led a clean relationship, it doesn't create any suspicion. So he said it, relationships are built on trust. So there is so much trust. But if you are doing these things, your relationship is not clear, you know you are not serious. But because of lust, you want to take advantage of the person. That's why you've gone to contract the relationship. And at the back of your mind, you know that you will not marry the person. And you are fooling the person. And all those things. You are not ready to marry. Your time to marry is not due. You are in a relationship and doing all kinds of things. As you are here, the relationship in which you are now is the fifth or the fourth relationship. How? So when you marry now, you'll be saying, this is my ex number 1, this is my ex number 2, this is my ex number 3. Who will be happy? Your marriage will not be clean. So you people here, you are hearing it. Keep a clean life and a clean relationship. And I'm very happy about what is happening. I think God himself is selecting people who are exemplary. Because like he said, married at that age with that kind of qualification and called to the bar and hadn't touched any woman. Can we put our hands together? I'm excited because we are having examples that are references for you. At one forum when I said that, my wife, the first sex I had was with my wife. And we were not even successful with the first sex. Because I thought I had fired. Nothing had happened. All right? Okay. And then you begin to learn together, explore together. And people were shocked to say, so it means that you can stay without sex till you marry? Yes. And we have examples, lot of examples. Great guys, like a state attorney, like your pastor, like examples that are seated here. They are there. And people who made 1 or 2 mistakes even stayed on and cultivated clean relationship. We want to see change agents. Don't follow those things on social media. The promiscuity, the sexualization of the generation. Please, we are Christians. And let's be strong Christians. So please, when you leave here, go and clean your life. Clean your life. They talk about don't be in multiple relationships. Is that okay? I was just handling one of these things last 3 days. Okay? A lady is in a relationship and committed to marry, the family and everybody is around. Now she feels she's in love with this person, and this person is also coming and hoping that. I said, no, it's wrong. You cannot double date. That's wrong. So let's keep it clean. Amen. We finished answering questions. Oh, okay. All right, so we want to say a very big thank you to Mr. Andrews Adugu Esquire, the state attorney, a rising star of the generation. We are so much privileged. This is not the last time. We are going to have him in all our intensives. As time will permit him, he will feature. For instance, the change initiatives that we want to do. For instance, if you are going to do, let's say you are going to address an issue of drug addiction in a community that is prone, because all of you are going to run a program, and we are going to finish that today. And so if you are going to do it, what are the legal implications? So the legal intelligence of engaging those things. At another intensive, you come to give us a talk on that. And then we need to improve our legal literacy. And so, Uncle Andrews, thank you very much. You'll be coming back. I just feel like one of these Sundays before your leave is over, I'll give you one full Sunday. Yes, and I think if not this Sunday, but maybe let's look at the following Sunday. You have to come and talk to the whole church. All right, so they have understanding into these things. Even if I had opportunity there, our pastors' wives are having a retreat tomorrow and Saturday. If time would have permitted you, I would have loved you to pass by and say something, because they are pastors' wives and they need to be knowledgeable about this thing. So we have a lot of things to do together. We love your ministry. We love that you are leveraging your profession to help the kingdom. God bless you. Okay. All right. Okay, so as he takes leave of us, I'll be going to see him off, but this is it. I want us to have a deal. A deal. In the Special Forces training program that we watched, the last few days were very demanding because they needed to pass it. So we're supposed to have, I love having conversation. We're supposed to have the impartation service from 6 to 8:30. All right? But what is happening is that we have about 3 critical topics we need to cover if we are going to put everything together for this intensive. So instead of the impartation service, which will be receive it, will prophesy into your life, lay hand, anoint you, and the sort of thing, which is very necessary, we are going to find time to do it. But I want us to complete this. So we are going to spend the next 2 hours to finish this up. And that is the deal I want to make with you. Is it a deal? All right, so tell somebody, finish hard. So I've directed they are going to make some tea for you so that we can finish hard. I want to congratulate you. You are in hard training. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. Change agents in the making. All right. So before we go to see Andrea, we want to invite, do we have one person to give us a solo? Then immediately after the solo, Mr. Adam Damanka will come on to give us the next talk. Now, I want you to brace up. This is a disciplined atmosphere. You may be tired, but control your body. Command your body. Because you need to receive the things you need to receive. Command it. And this opportunity, by the end of tonight, is gone. So take as much as you can. And be disciplined. Don't leave the place. Don't say, I'm tired, you go out, and then I'm gone and leave the place. No, it won't help you. Let's press through. And this discipline will help us. I can see the number is